There are other gifts that the Holy Spirit gives, more practical gifts. Practical doesn't mean unspiritual, though. The Holy Spirit, we're told that, hey, there's gifts of administration that are given, gifts of leadership. The Old Testament says there's gifts of craftsmanship or musicianship. Now, these kind of practical, there's gifts of giving that people can have, right? Gifts of service, all these different kind of gifts of caring, like all these different gifts that people can have. And when we compare what we're talking about, like the power gifts, like tongues and prophecies and words of knowledge, these types of power gifts, and compare them to these practical gifts, we see they're all given by God. Every gift we have comes from God. They're all from Him, but they're different in nature. We see some of these more practical gifts, they're kind of, actually they're given to Christians and non-Christians alike. So they're more kind of hardwired in us from birth. I mean, you can grow them and mature them over time, but if you're administratively gifted, then you probably already know that about yourself. You're not like, I'm waiting to receive my gift of administration, right? God made you that way. That's by the hand of the Holy Spirit. He made you that way. That was work 2 of the Spirit that we looked at week 1, right? Or work 1 of the Spirit, creation. He made you a certain way. It's gifted you in a certain way. There are other gifts that people have. People have suggested, they're not necessarily mentioned in the Bible, but maybe you've got the gift of hospitality. Some people talk about, is there a gift of celibacy where you're called to be single? Some people are horrified at being given that gift. If you don't want that gift, you're probably not called to it. I've even had people jokingly suggest that there's a gift of martyrdom, but it can only be used once. Yeah, it's a little rough, isn't it, that one? Gifts of maybe missionary, maybe that's a gift, or maybe the gift of intercession, like you're a prayer warrior, you got the gift of prayer, like maybe that's it. The Bible doesn't necessarily mention those as gifts, but there's so many gifts that are given. And if you've got a hunger or a skill or a particular grace at doing something, then recognize that, hey, that's from God. I need to hone that, I need to grow that. I don't want to compare my gifts to other people's gifts. I don't want to be happy with the gifts I've been given. But we also got to understand that we can all receive power from the Spirit. And in receiving power from the Spirit, there are these spontaneous gifts that come about. When you like and subscribe, this video reaches more people.